Welcome to Fluid Learning, a learning module for the fluid handling industry. My name is Eric Rainica from Graco Corporate Communications, and I'm here with Jeff Radical, Product Manager from the Graco Industrial Products Division. How you doing, Jeff?
I'm doing well, Eric. Thank you.
Good. Today we're going to talk about the E-Flo electric pump from Graco. What makes the E-Flo different from other types of Graco pumps?
Well, Eric, what we did was we took the same 4-ball lower technology that we've had for decades with Graco, and we improved it. We added new coatings for longer life. We updated some of the seat design, and it tried to make it a better lower. Once we had that, we took 2 of them, put them out of phase to help minimize any of this pressure hammer that you would have at changeover, and then simply put an electric motor on the top of it for energy efficiency and better control.
All right. So where would I expect to see one of these things in use?
Anywhere that you are moving or circulating a lot of materials. So whether or not that might be automotive or industrial, any application where you're circulating a lot of material.
So a lot of material being circulated obviously must be people that are painting quite a
Yep,
large...
it could be paint and it could be other materials as well.
Okay, good. So what's good about electric?
Well, electric gives you a number of benefits that something like pneumatic might not have. So for instance, energy savings we talked about. And electric motors or electric pumps in general are anywhere from 3 to 5 times more efficient than pneumatic. So from an energy saving standpoint, that's very big, especially if you're moving a lot of material. The second thing is you have more feedback and control. With electric, you're able to control the motor and the motor speed and able to get more feedback if you're running with a PLC in order to understand where your pump's at in the process, how much flow you have, how much pressure you have, those type of things. It gives you more feedback.
All right. So I can see a lot of really good benefits to this electric pump, but isn't electricity dangerous around paint fumes?
Well, there's some concern with that, but what Graco has tried to do is we've taken the technology and we've put it into an intrinsically safe circuit, an IS circuit, and by doing this we were able to get the hazardous location approvals around the world so that you can put it within your paint kitchen.
Okay, so Graco's designed it to be safe even in hazardous locations like paint fumes.
Correct.
All right. Well, that sounds great. So I'd like to move us now into the animation so we can see how this thing works. Okay, Jeff, let's see how these things work. We've got an animation up here with the portions of the pump cut away. We've got the motor on the top, and we've got 2 of the lowers below. Can you tell us what's going on here in this animation?
Yeah, sure. Well, as you can see here, we talked a little bit about it already, but we have 2 lowers on this pump versus a lot of pneumatic and hydraulic that only has 1. And so you have 2 loaders that are out of phase. And what this allows you to do is not only have more volume per cycle, which allows us to slow the pump way down, so you're going to have a longer life, less maintenance, but it also then minimizes this pressure spike on changeovers. So when you have a single lower, every time the pump changes direction or changes over, you're going to get a hammer, a pressure spike.
Now this is true of any pump. Not
of any pump,
any pump.
Of any pump.
Okay.
Yep. And now, because we have 2 lowers,
Nice.
you'll see that there's no point in time when those change over at the same time.
Right.
So this maintains more consistent flow to the user.
Great. What kind of flow rates are we able to achieve with these pumps?
Well, we have 4 different size pumps, and so we're able to achieve anywhere from 1 gallon per minute all the way to 27 gallons per minute, depending on which pump you select and what you need for flow rates.
Wow, that's a lot of flow rate. Okay, Jeff, let's talk about the lower for a little bit here.
Well, we talked a little bit about these 2 lowers being out of phase, so now we're zooming in on one of them. And again, you've got this 4-ball technology, really slow, really smooth changeovers, so it's going to minimize the shear that you would have in your paint. It's one thing to keep in mind is a piston style lower is, from a technology standpoint, is the best in terms of shear characteristics. So you're going to have very little shear on the paint. You're not putting any heat into the paint, so it's going to be very low shear. The other thing to note here is that we have a number of new technologies, new seats, so better seat design, and also new rod and cylinder coatings to extend the life of the pump.
Okay, so new coatings that are actually on the rods and cylinders.
Correct, and the new coatings being Chromex and Max Life.
Okay.
And we've seen anywhere from 3 to 5 times increase in life due to some of these new coatings
Over the old style?
over the old style.
Excellent.
And the reason we did this was because the industry is more and more going towards a water-based material. The water-based materials we're finding are more abrasive and more corrosive. So because of that, we're trying to improve our coating technology as well in order to extend the life of the pump.
Okay. And so someone that's still using the solvent-borne coatings, they'll still get, or solvent-borne paint, will still get the benefits of the...
Yes, they will definitely see the benefits still.
Excellent. Well, good. Let's move away from the lower and move up to the motor. Right here we have an animation of the E-Flo motor with the gearbox cut away. What do you want to say about this, Jeff?
Well, as you can see here, we have a gear-driven reduction. So instead of maybe a belt or pulley or a chain-driven, which could have the slack and it might slip, with a direct drive gear-driven, you're not going to have that. So this is a 75-to-1 direct drive gear reduction, and you'll notice that the small spindle there for the 1800 RPM motor would be attached at that point. And again, the out-of-phase cam. So what that allows us to do is have this inverter duty motor that's running at 1800 RPM max and reduce that down to the speed that we need to drive the lowers.
Great. Okay, Jeff, let's review here. So we're going to just start right on the top.
Okay.
First of all, it's electric, so therefore it's energy efficient.
Right, exactly.
And then you also get the nice control and feedback characteristics
Right,
that electricity would allow you. Secondly, it's direct gear drive. So there you don't have all the problems that you'd have with belts and pulleys and all the slippage and stuff like that can happen.
Right.
All right. Okay, and then you have a slow pump speed, so that means I'm going to have less maintenance cost.
Right, not only less maintenance costs, but you're also going to have less shear because the pump's running very, very slow. And we talked about the piston technology is going to be the best for your shear to reduce the amount of shear on your paint.
Excellent, yep. And then you also have two lowers, and they're out of phase, so that means it's going to minimize the pulsation, and then we're going to have more flow rate per cycle.
Right, and you're able to have more volume displacement per cycle, which again, you're going to be able to slow the pump down and extend the life of the pump.
Yep, great. And then also you have the coatings on the cylinders and the rods, the Chromex and the Max Life, and that's going to allow me to handle waterborne and abrasive materials better.
Right, exactly. So what you're going to get is all of these different features together into one compact package. So it's not going to even be that much bigger than a current pneumatic pump offering that we have today.
All right. Well, thanks, Jeff. That was very informative. So if anyone out there wants any more information on the E-Flo or any other Graco product, they can contact their Graco representative, and they'll be happy to help you out.
Absolutely.
All right. So that's it for today's fluid learning section on the E-Flo electric pump. So long. For more information on today's topic or any other Graco product, you can go to the Graco website at www.graco.com or to the training site on JEDI, or contact Graco customer service.